Hello everyone, my name is Akhil. In this video, we are going to discuss about some of the model questions on number system topics. So let's start. Let's see the first question. Now find the remainder when 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial so on 90 factorial is divided by 8. So what happens? 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial plus so on until 90 factorial when it is divided by 8. So can I tell a plus b by c is equal to a by c plus b by c? Yes or no? So let me divide in the same way. You can write this one as 1 factorial. What is 1 factorial? 1 factorial is nothing but 1. 2 factorial is nothing but 2. 3 factorial is nothing but 6. 4 factorial is 24. 5 factorial is 120. 6 factorial is 720, so on you can calculate. But when you see 1 factorial will not get exactly divided by 8. 2 factorial will also not get divided by 8. 3 factorial, which is 6, is not exactly divisible by 8. And 4 factorial, 24 is divisible by 8. That means what is the meaning of divisible? Always the remainder will be 0. Again, 5 factorial is easily divisible by 8 and 6 factorial is also divisible by 8. If 4 factorial, 5 factorial, 6 factorial is divisible by 8, then 90 factorial is also divisible by 8. So only we require 3 numbers. We require 3 numbers, that means 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is 2 and 3 factorial is 6. It is divisible by 8. When you divide with 8, what happens? It is 9 by 8. What happens when you divide 9 with 8? You will get remainder as 1. You will get remainder as 1. So what is the answer for this question? It is 1. So it seems like it is a lengthy question and a difficult question to solve, but in actual it is very easy once you know how to solve. So 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial plus so on 90 factorial, when you are dividing with 8, you don't require, when the numbers are 4 factorial, from 4 factorial you don't have to divide actually with 8 because you need only the remainder part. They are not asking us to find out quotient, they are just asking us to find out remainder. If you want only the remainder, you can calculate using this simple step. So that is it. The answer for this question is 1. So moving on, next question. Now how many zeros will be there at the end of this expression? N is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, so on 100. So what happens? Now where we will get zeros in this expression? Whenever you have 10, whenever you have 20, when you have 30, when you have 40, 50, when you have 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100, right? So you will get zeros from here. See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 zeros are there. But there is one twist. Whenever we have already calculated 0 in this account, we have got 11 zeros at total. But now if you multiply this 5 with 2, what happens? Again 1 0 will get generated or not? You will get 1 10. That means 1 0 will get generated. That means total 11 plus 1, 12 zeros are there in this expression. Total how many zeros are there? 12 zeros are there. In 10 you will get 1 0. And 20, 30, 40, 50, total 5 zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 5 zeros, here 6 zeros, total 11 zeros are there. Plus 1, you will get 12 zeros total from this expression itself. Now we have learnt one topic called as number of trailing zeros. Using that shortcut formula also you will get the answer. But this is a simple question. You can calculate directly as well. Now moving on. Third question, what is the correct expression of 3.292929 in the fractional form is? In the fractional form, they are asking us to find out how to write this expression in the form of P by Q form. This is the actual question from decimal to fraction conversion subtopic. Decimal to fraction conversion, I think we have cover this part as well. Before answering this question, I will request you to watch that video and come and solve this question. Now, suppose 3.29, I have told you the shortcut as well. Whenever there is something repeating always, you have to take it as bar. Now the shortcut formula is at what point it started repeating. What is the meaning of repetition? Repetition means already it should be once and it should be coming once again, right? So until 9, it is the normal one, and from here it is started repeating. So at the point of repetition, until the point of repetition, please take the number in the numerator. But how many numbers are being repeated? 1, 2 is repeating, 1, 9 is repeating. For every repetition, you have to take 1, 9. So since 2 numbers are repeating, you have to take 2 9s. But here 3 is not repeating, right? You just have to remove 3. So what is the answer? 326 by 99. 326 by 99. Which option is correct? Answer is B. So I am telling you once again, 3.29, 29, so on, right? When it started repeating after 9. So until that point, please write in the numerator. Whatever it is not repeating before decimal, you just remove. And how many 9s you have to take? How many numbers are being repeated, that many 9s you have to take. That means for 2 you have to take 1 9, for 9 you have to take 1 9. That means 326 by 99. Clear? Now, moving on. Now, what is 0.6565 so on? Now, when it started repeating after 65, right? Again 6 is coming, again 5 is coming. That means from repetition part, you have to write 65 in the numerator. And how many numbers are being repeated? 2 numbers are being repeated. That means you have to write 2 9. So 65 by 99 is the correct answer. Clear or not? So at what point it started repeating? After 5, right? So until that point you have to take in the numerator. It is also written as 0.65 bar. So until the 65 you have to write this in the numerator. And how many numbers are being repeated here? That many numbers of 9s should be in the denominator. Now, if you want to solve the logical way, I mean in the lengthy way, you can look here 65, 0.65, 65, so on. When you multiply, if you take this number as y, suppose they are asking us to find out to convert this into the p by q form, right? Let us convert in a traditional way. What is this traditional way? Just multiply it with 100. So why I am multiplying with 100, you will understand in one second. See here, when I multiply with 100, 2 numbers, whatever it is repeating comes in the place of 0. So 65, 65, 65, 65, 65. So if you do minus, see this 65, 65 entirely it is getting cancelled. So 100y minus y, it is 99y is equal to 65. Y is equal to 65 by 99. Clear? Now, until the repetition part, take before the decimal. In order to make it as before the decimal, how many digits are there? That many zeros you have to multiply, yes or no? So you denote whatever the value they have given in the question as y, and you take the repetition outside. Our only aim is to cancel this repetition part. If you are able to cancel this repetition part, you can make this recurring decimals into p by q form. You can make this number in the form of a rational number. What is the meaning of rational number? Rational numbers are those numbers which are in the form of p by q form. So let's see one more in this type. Okay, 0.231 bar. 0.231 bar means you can write whatever the value they have given in the question in the numerator, and you have to take how many 9s in the denominator? 9, 9, 9, 9. That means for 2, 1 9 you have to write, for 3 you have to write one more 9, and for 1 you have to write one more 9. So 3 numbers are being repeated. That's why 3 number of 9s should be in the denominator. 3 9 should be in the denominator. So if you want to see how to solve this in a traditional way, 0.231. So our main aim is to cancel this repetition part after the decimal. So how much I have to multiply in order to make this as a p by q form? You multiply with 1000. You have multiply with 3 zeros. It will be 1000y is equal to 231.231, 231, 231, so on. 1000y minus y, it is 999y is equal to 231. So y is equal to 231 by 999. So I am just telling you two methods. This is the shortcut method. Anyway, we will use shortcut method in the examination paper, but why I am asking you to have a backup, because you might not, this is the traditional method, you might not think in the same way in the examination as well. Whatever comes to the mind, go ahead. Okay, you have to have at least 2 or 3 methods in your mind. Whatever you feel it as confident, only you have to attempt in the examination paper. So this is the shortcut, this is the way we will solve. Maximum 99% of the times we will go with this one. If you are not getting confused, if you are getting confused, go with the traditional way itself. Now moving on, question number 5 is done. Question number 6. Question number 6 says convert the recurring decimal to the fractions 0.888888. There is only one number which is being repeated here, so you can write it as 0.8 bar. So whatever the value they have given in the question, just write in the numerator. And how many 9s you have to put? You have to just put 1 9, because only 8 is repeating here. So 8 by 9 is the answer. Or if you want to have a backup method, 0.88888. So if you have to just take 8 this side, you have to multiply with 10. So this will be 8.88888, so on. So 10y minus y, it is 9y. 8 minus 0, it is 8. Y is equal to 8 by 9 is the answer. It seems like some people will put it as 88 by 99, but it is wrong, because only one number is repeating. That's why you have to take it as 1 9 in the denominator, and only 8 is repeating, right? There is nothing else repeating there. So you have to take only 1 8 in the numerator. So this is the shortcut, and that is the traditional method. So whatever you feel it as confident, please go ahead with that one. And I will suggest you to watch the video we have already done on decimal to fraction conversion. Decimal to fraction conversion. There I have explained you both the methods. So just go back to that video and come back and solve these questions. Now, question number 7. Now, Anuj plants his garden with 1190 trees and arranges them in such that there is one plant more than per row, as there are number of rows. The number of tree in each row is. So in order to understand this question, what is given in this question, what are the parameters which are given in this question? They are telling it that Anuj is a person who planted some trees. They have given the number of trees as well, 1990. Suppose if I take there are 10 rows like this, 1 2 3 4 5. Let's take only 5 rows, and per each row suppose there are 6 plants in each row. Plants or trees, if you take anything. Suppose in each row there are 6 trees. There are like 5 number of rows. That means how many trees will be there? 5 rows and 6 plants per row. That means how many trees will be there? Simple, it is 5 6 are 30, right? Here 6 will be there, here 6 will be there, here 6 will be there, and total 5 6 it is 30. But he is not telling how many rows are there and how many trees per row are there, but he is just telling us in the question that whatever the number of rows are there, per plant the numerical value will be n plus 1 per row n plus 1 trees are there. So total number of trees, can you guess the formula? It is nothing but n into n plus 1, like we have done here 5 into 6. If you take n here, there is one plant more per row than the number of rows, right? So if you are taking the number of rows as n, then number of trees per row will be n plus 1. So number of trees will be n into n plus 1. That they have given it as 1190. Just we have to find out what is the value, which value we have to find, what is the number of trees in each row, what do we have taken it as, n plus 1. I just want to know what is the value of n plus 1. So how to get that? 1190, which square is near to that? So 35 square is 1225. Let me go with 35. Going with the options, if I put 35 here, so n plus 1 value is 35, means n value will be 34. 34 into 35, it is nothing but, I think it is 1190. Let's see, 34, 35. What we can do, just you have to multiply these two. 5 4s is 20 and cross multiply these two. 15 plus 12, 27, 29. 2 is carried again, 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 9 plus 2, it is 11, 1190. Or you can go with digit sum, or you can go with unit digit concept as well. Whatever the method you can do, calculations also you can do it later. But the logic here is, whatever the number of rows are there, and one plant is more per row as there are number of rows. If you are taking number of rows as n, that means number of trees per row is how many? N plus 1 are there. So I hope I am clear with this one. As I have taken 5 here, it will be 6. But if it is 5, it will be 6 here. If it is n, here it will be n plus 1. We just multiply. We are going to see some of the questions in the same model as well. Don't worry. N into n plus 1 is equal to, whatever the question might be, if the pattern is getting repeated, just you need not to draw anything and you need not to write anything in the examination paper. Just you have to write n into n plus 1 is equal to whatever the value and go with options. So whatever the nearest value, here 50 is there, 50 square is 2500, right? But we want only 1100. That means we have to go much more lesser value. 25 square is 625 only. What is the nearest value? 35 square is there. 35 square is how much? 1225. 1225, it is near to 1190 only. That's why I have taken whatever it is near, you can go, or you can apply the unit digit concept as well. Just have to go by option verification, or else it will lead to one quadratic equation, right? N square plus n is equal to 1190. What is how to find out n value? How to find out the root of n? How to find out the n value? How to get the roots of quadratic equation? That we'll see in the algebra. It is nothing but minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, or you can go with this method called as factorization method. There are 3 ways of doing it. You can go with factorization method, you can go with formula method, or you can go with option verification. I am going to bank on this one. Always I suggest you to go with options only, because it is very easier way to go. It is just multiplication, right? Now, so the answer for this one is 35 is the number of trees. They might give you confuse you what is the value of rows as well. Don't confuse whenever they are asking you to find out number of trees per row, it is n plus 1. If they are asking number of rows, you have to take it as n only. So moving on. Now 3 apples, 4 goas and 5 watermelon cost is 800. 10 watermelon, 6 apples and 9 goas cost is 1700. What is the cost of 6 apples, 10 watermelon and 7 goas? Now how to do this? So let me take apples as A, I will take goas as G and watermelons as W. Now tell me what is the equation for the first? 3 apples plus 4 goas plus 5 watermelon cost is 800 rupees. And what they are telling next? 10 watermelon plus 6 apples plus 9 goas cost is how much? 1700. Now they are asking us to find out 6 apples, 10 watermelon and 7 guas. So if you see, this is very near to this one or not? The second equation. 10 watermelon is there, 6 apples are there, but the guas count is changed. That we have to see. Now how to see this one? If you multiply this equation into 2 both sides, what will happen? Now what will happen? 6a plus 8g plus 10w is equal to 1600. Let me take this one as first equation. Now I am taking this expression as same, equation as same. What is there? 6a plus 9g plus 10 watermelon is equal to how much I have given? 1700. That means if you subtract these two, what happens? Apples get cut and watermelon also is gone. That means 9 gua plus 8 gua, it is 1 gua. 1 gua cost is 100. 1 gua cost is 100 rupees. That means if you see how many guas are there here, 9 guas are there. How many we want? 10 watermelon only we want 6 apples only, but we want 9 guas. That means how many guas I have to subtract here? 2 guas cost I have to subtract. 1 gua cost is 100 means 2 guas cost will be how much? 2 guas cost will be 200 rupees. That means you have to just simply minus 200, it will be how much? 1500 rupees is the answer for 6 apples, 10 watermelon and 7 guas. Clear? I have given you 2 equations and I am asking you to find out what is the value of 3 variables, right? Just you have to write one by one whatever the values I have given and you just equate, and whatever the common part you eliminate. Gua is not the common part, that's why I got 1 gua cost is 100. As soon as you got 1 gua cost is 100, you just have to eliminate 2 guas. 2 guas cost will be 200, you just eliminate 200, you will get 10 watermelon, 6 apples plus 7 guas, that is 1500. That is option C is correct. I hope I am clear. So let's move on. Question number 9. Now this model is very important. It is also frequently asked questions. We are going to see many of the questions on this model. So if 7 is added to the numerator of a fraction, it will become 11 by 5. And if 4 is added to the denominator of the same fraction, it becomes 4 by 9. Then the sum of the numerator and denominator is they are asking. So let's see. If you don't know something, just take in the form of original fraction is equal to, take in the form of variables. I am taking it as x by y is my original fraction. What they are telling, suppose my fraction, my answer is x by y. Now what I can do, if I am adding 7 to the numerator, then it will become how much? 11 by 5. It will become 11 by 5. It is becoming 11 by 5. So take this expression 5x plus 35 is equal to 11 by. Now what they are telling next? If 4 is added to the denominator, what is the numerator? Numerator they have not given anything. So if you are adding 4 to the denominator, the expression will become, or the fraction will become 4 by 9. That means what is the equation? 9x is equal to 4y plus 16. So here also you can write the same. 5x is equal to 11y minus 35. Now how to solve this one? You can eliminate either y or you can eliminate either x. So how can you eliminate y in this process? So if you multiply this with 11 and if you multiply this with 4 entirely, then you can eliminate the y part and you can find out the x part. Let's see that. So if you multiply entire with 11, if you multiply entire this with 4 and this with 11, so what is 11 nines are? 99x is equal to 44y plus 176, and this is 20x is equal to 44y minus 35, 4 is 140. That means minus plus 44y cancel. 79x is equal to how much I am getting? 6 here, this is 1 and this is 316. How many times it will go in what table? So 9 table, in 9 table you have to get unit digit as 6. In how many times it will be? X is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. Let's see, 79 4s are is 316, yes or no? 79 into 4, 4 7s are, it is 280 because that is in the tens position. 280 plus, and this is 36. Yeah, you are getting 316 only. You are getting 316 only. That means x value is 4. So the numerator value, x value is 4. How to get denominator value? You can see here, you can see this expression. I am putting x value as 4. I will put x value as 4. 5 4s are, it is 20 plus 35 is equal to 11y. So this is 20 plus 35, it is 55 is equal to 11y. Y is equal to 5. In previous I got x is equal to 4. What they are telling? The fraction will be 4 by 5, right? So the sum of numerator and denominator. Numerator I got it as 4. Denominator I got it as 5. 4 plus 5, answer is 9. 4 plus 5, answer is 9. Why I am not going with option verification? Because they are not simply asking what is the fraction. If it is what is the fraction, I would have went with option verification. I would have done in a simple way, not this equations way. But sometimes they will give you one extra questions like this as well. They are asking in this question the sum of numerator and denominator. That means there is no choice for you but to go in the actual process. What is the process? Again, we'll go through this one because this is very important question. So now, original fraction, if you don't know, obviously they are asking us to find out original fraction only. Original fraction, I am taking it as x by y. What is the question says? If 7 is added to the numerator, so I have added 7, this is the numerator, this is the denominator, I have added 7 and I have kept y as same, the equation will be 11 by 5 only. So I have cross multiplied, so 5x and 7 5s are, it is 35, 11y I have written here. Suppose this is first equation. Okay, the same thing what they are telling, if 4 is added to the denominator of the same fraction. So I am keeping the numerator as constant, I am adding 4 to the denominator, so the equation became, or the expression or the fraction became 4 by 9. So just cross multiply there itself, you have got another equation. This is the second equation. This already we got it as first equation. I have just solved this one. Now how to solve these equations? There are many ways. There is elimination method, there is substitution method. All the things will go and learn in algebra. All the things will learn in algebra. But for now, this is the way for doing it. You can eliminate x as well and you can find out y, or you can eliminate y as I have done and you can take the value of x, and at last you can find out what is x by y values as well. Now after that I got y value as 5, as soon as I got x value as 4 I got there, and as soon as x value as 4 you can put in this expression or in this expression as well. So if you put in any one of the expressions, you got y value as 5, so x plus y value will be how much? 4 plus 5, that is 9. I got numerator as 4 and denominator as 5. So 4 plus 5, 9 is the correct answer for this question. So I hope I am clear. So we are going to see so many questions on this one. A number is as much greater than 40 as this is less than 98. Find the number they are telling. A number is as much greater than, I don't know the number, right? I don't know the number, I am taking the number as x. Let the number be, let number is equal to, let number be x. So the number is as much as greater than 40. So x is greater than 40. Greater than 40 means you just take the difference. Whenever it is or was, you just put one is equal to, is as is less than 98. 98, the difference between 98 and x and 40 and x will be equal. So x minus, if x comes this side, this will become 2x is equal to 98 plus 40. So 2x is equal to how much? This is 138. X is equal to how much? This is 7 and this is 6. 76 is the correct answer. Have I missed something here? Sorry, 79. So 2 7s are, sorry, 2 6s are, it is 12 and this is 18, I am sorry, and this is 18. The answer is 69. I'm sorry. So 270 is 140, 269 is 138. But you have to know how to write these two. X minus 40 is equal to 98 minus x. Whenever they are telling it is greater than some value and it is lesser than some value, this is how we are going to proceed. X minus 40 is equal to 98 minus x. If x comes this side, 2x is equal to 98 plus 40 and 2x is equal to 138, x is equal to 69 is the correct answer for this question. So I hope I am clear. Moving on. So we are going to solve the 11th question. Find a number such that when 24 is subtracted from 9 times of that number, the result is 3 less than twice of that number. Okay, let me take the number as x. Let number be x. Find a number such that when 24 is subtracted from 9 times of that number. If number is x, 9 times will be how much? 9x. If 24 is subtracted from that one, then the result is equal to 3 less than twice that number. Twice means 2x, 3 less than means 2x minus 3. So 9x minus 2x, it is 7x, is equal to 24 minus 3, it is 21. So x is equal to how much I got? X is equal to 3. What they are asking us to find out? Find a number. That means x value should be 3. Clear or not? So I am taking let the number be x. 9 times that number. If 24 is subtracted from 9 times of that number and it is equal to twice, 3 less than twice of that number. 9 times means 9x, twice means 2x, and they are telling less than, so I am taking 9x minus 24 is equal to 2x minus 3. If you are going to get that in that examination, you will be definitely are going to solve this type of questions in the examination. You just have to know how to get this expression or equation. So I hope I am clear. Moving on, question number 12. The difference between two numbers is 12 and 1/6 of their sum is 20. Find the numbers. So let me take the first number as x and the next number as y. X minus y, difference is equal to 12. And what they are telling? 1/6 of their sum. 1/6 of their sum. Sum means x plus y is equal to 20. So x plus y will be how much? 20 into 6, this is 120. So x plus y is equal to 120. That means plus y minus y cancel. 2x is equal to 132. X is equal to 66. So x is equal to 66. Where I have 66? Here is the answer. If you want y not required, only 166 is given in the options. That's why I am going directly. If you want y value 66 minus 12. 66 minus 12, it is 54, is it? Difference, 1/6 of the difference, it is 54. Actually, I am sorry, that this will be 54. 66 plus 54 is how much? This is 120. I am sorry, this is wrong, option is wrong, but 66 comma 54 is the correct answer. Okay, moving on. So difference means I am taking it as x minus y, that is equal to 12. 1/6 of their sum means 1/6 of x plus y is equal to 20. X plus y is equal to 120. Let's solve these two equations. You will get the answer. X is equal to 66 and y is equal to 54. Or else what you can do. What is the difference between these two? Difference between these two is 12, right? Yes, we have satisfied that one. Difference between these two is 12 only. Difference between that is 12 and difference between these two also 12. Only one thing. If you add these two, how much you are going to get? 108, but the sum should be 120 or not? 1/6 of the sum means 120 you have to get. So here this is only 72 you are getting and this is 138, it is exceeding 120. That's why only first option is the correct answer. So moving on. The numerator of a fraction is increased by 20% and the denominator of the fraction is increased by 50%. And if the resultant is 3/4, what is the original fraction? You can actually go by option verification for this particular question. But what we are going to do, we will go to the normal method and we will see how the option verification method is also going to work. Now suppose the original fraction, if I don't know, I'll take it as x by y. Okay, what they are telling, x by y is the original fraction. Numerator is increased by 20%. Let me take the initial fraction always be 100%. So if 100% is there, if it get increased by 20% means x value will be 120%. Yes or no? X value will be 120%. And can you guess how much the denominator will be? If it is getting increased by 50% means how much I have to write here? I have to write it as 150% of y, and the resultant will be 3 by 4. What is the original fraction they are telling? They are asking us to find out what is x by y. How to solve? Percentage gone, 0 0 gone, 3 1s are 3 4s are. So x by y I will keep it like that only. I will take this 4 here, 4 4s are is 16, and 15 will go here, 15 1s are it is 15. So answer is what? 15 by 16. Where it is? Option C is correct. Okay, option C is correct. Now how to solve this one? In option verification, suppose you have taken this option 15 by 16. Suppose this is 100%, it got increased by 20%. What is 10% value of that? 10% means it is, you have to place a decimal before 1 point. 1.5, 20% will be, if 10% is 1.5, 20% will be double, right? This is 3. Increase means you have to take it as plus. Now, and denominator is increased by 50%. That means it got increased by half, right? What is the half of this one? It is 8. Answer is 18 by 24. 6 3s are 6 4s are. That means 3 by 4 is the resultant value. If that is being given in the question, whatever we have taken, that answer will be the correct answer. So 3 by 4 is given in the question or not? Yes, the resultant value. So 15 by 16 is the correct answer. You can go in this traditional approach or you can go with option verification as well. How to go to the traditional method? If it is getting increased by 20%, that means it will be 120% of x. If it is getting increased by 50%, then that will be 150% of y. Just equate, cross multiply, you will get the answer as 15 by 16. This is also very easy only. So moving on. Again, we are going to solve one more question in the same way. Now just tell me the original fraction, if I take it as x by y, how to get, how much I have to write in place of x? 20% increase means how much I have to write? I have to write it as 120% or not? 120% I have to write. Now how much is the fraction increased by? 40% means how much I have to write here? 40% means I have to just add with 100, it will be 140% of y, and the resultant value will be 25 by 21. Now percentage cancel, 0 0 cancel. Now x by y I am going to subject, just cross multiply. So cross multiply 25 into 14 by, how much I have to write? 21 into 12. In which table it will go? 7 2s are, 7 3s are, 2 1s and 2 6. Answer will be 25 by 8. Please do write, please do copy all the solutions so that you will not get confused before going into the examination. So just quickly revise. I know these are the basic questions. We are going to see intermediate level questions and difficult questions as well. But these are very important. If the questions are being repeated, changing the values, that means that are previous year's questions indeed. So you have to keep the special focus on these kind of questions. So x by y, whenever 20% is getting increased, it will be 120% of x, and 40% it is getting increased means it will be 140% of y. That means 25 by 21, just cancel, you will get the answer as 25 by 18. Now moving on, question number 15. The numerator is decreased by 50% and denominator is increased by 20%. If the resultant fraction is 7 by 18, what is 9/14 of that fraction? You can't go by option verification with this done, because you have to multiply again with the reverse of 9 by 14, 14 by 9, but that will be a bit lengthy process. So let me do in the traditional approach itself. So if you take the fraction of x by y, fraction if you are taking it as x by y, If the fraction is getting decreased by 50%, that means it will be 50% of x only you have to write now, and denominator is increased by 20%, that means you have to take it as 120%. If numerator is getting decreased, means you have to just subtract 50 from 100, you will get 50. If the numerator is getting increased, means denominator is getting increased means you have to take it as plus 20%, 100 plus 20, you are going to get it as 120%. So 50% of x, 120% of y, resultant value will be 7 by 18. How to cancel? 0, 0 cancel. X by y is equal to 7 by 18 into 12 by 5. How much I am getting? 6 2s are 6 3s are 14 by 15 you are getting as the value. 14 by 15 you are getting as the value. But what they are asking us to find? They are asking us to find 9 by 14th of 14 by 15. So 14 14 cancel. What is the answer? And this is 3 3s are 3 5s are. What is the answer? It is 3 by 5. Clear or not? I hope this is clear for you, because this is very very important. So x by y, if I take 50% it got increased, means I am writing it as 50% of x. If it is getting increased, I would have written it as 150% of x. The same thing, if it is getting increased by 20%, I am going to write it as 120% of y, so that the resultant has become it as 7 by 18. So 0 0 cancel, x by y is equal to, send that and send this side here, cross multiply you have to do. 7 by 18 into 12 by 5, you are getting it as y is equal to 14 by 15. And as soon as you get the original fraction, you perform this one, 9 by 14, 9 by 14 of the original fraction. 9 by 14 into 14 by 15. So 14 14 cancel, 3 3s are, sorry, 3 3s are 9 and 3 5s are 15. So 3 by 5 is left out. That's why the answer is 3 by 5. Moving on. Sushmita spends 1/5 of her salary on her groceries and 3/4 of the remaining on her clothes. If she saves 2400, what is her monthly salary is the question. Now how to solve this question? Now if she is spending 1/5 on her salary, if she is going to, you can go with option verification as well. Suppose her total salary is 100%. Now 1/5 means how much is the percentage? 1/5 means 1 by 5 into 100 means it is 20% she is going to spend on groceries. 20% she is going to spend on groceries, and 3/4 of the remaining. 3/4 of the remaining means 3 by 4 means it is 75%. So if 20% she is going to spend, 80% will be left out, right? In that 3 by 4 she has to spend on clothes. So 4 1s are 4 20s are, so total 60% additionally she is going to spend on clothes. So this is for groceries and this is for clothes. Total how much she is spending? 80% she is spending both on groceries and she is spending on clothes. That means how much is left? She is left with only 20%. 100%. In 100% she is spending 80%, means how much she is going to be left with in the salary, or if how much she is going to save that month. It is 20%. 20% is equal to how much they have given? 2400. 100% is equal to 100. How much? In 2 table, when you will get 24, you will get it as 12, right? So how many zeros are there? You can take into 5 as well. 24 into 5 is 120 and 2 zeros are there. You can cross multiply and you can get the answer as well. So 100%, 20% is the groceries and 10%, sorry, 3/4 of the remaining. 3/4 of the remaining. Don't forget this one. 3/4 of the remaining. That means 3/4 of 80. What is remaining? So 4 1s are 4 20s are total 60% she will spend on clothes and 20% she will spend on groceries. 20 plus 60, it is 80% she has already spent, and she is left with how much? 20%. That 20% only they have given it as 2400. I want the total salary. How much I have taken into the total salary as? Total salary I have already taken it as 100%. So 100% value is how much? So just cross multiply, you will get the answer. If you want cross multiply, I will do it with you, for you. So 2400, 100% is how much, right? If you can't guess directly, just you take it as x, x value 20x is equal to 2400 into 100. 0 0 cancel, 2 1s are 2 5s are. What is 2400 into 5? 2400 into 5, it is 1200. Which option? Option C is correct answer. 100%, 20% is on clause, remaining 3/4. On remaining 3/4 will be, it will be 60%, 20% plus 60%, it is 80%. 80% she has spent means 20% she is left with. 20% value they have given it as 2400, 100% value will be 12,000. So moving on, question number 17 is coming up. A number when divided by 288 leaves a remainder 39. By dividing the same number of 18, the remainder will be. So I have given one shortcut formula for you in one of the session, in the previous session. What I have told you, remainder, if you want, you have to take what, you just need not to take care of this one. You have to just divide this 39 in the numerator, divided by how much? 18. So what happens when you are dividing 18 with 39? 18 2s is 36. How much is the remainder? It is 3. So for all these questions, the pattern will be the same. What is the pattern? Remainder. If you want, they are asking us to find out what is the remainder, right? When it is divided by 18. So you have to just take what is the first remainder and second divisor. Just need not to take care about 288. You forget about that and you just divide with 39 with 18. Then what answer you will get? You will get the answer as 3. Now the ratio of two numbers is 3/4, 3:4. If 30 is added to both the numbers, then the ratio will become 9:11. What is the smaller number they are asking? What is the ratio? Whenever the ratio is given, if the ratio is given as 3:4, you just simply take it as 3x and 4x. If 30 is added, means if you add this one as 30, 3x plus 30 and this is 4x plus 30, the ratio will become how much? 9/11. Now how to do this one? Just multiply here. This is 33x plus 330 is equal to 4 9s are 36x plus 270. So 33x 36x means it is 3x is the difference. 330 minus 270, it is 60. X is equal to how much? 20. If x is equal to 20, what is the smaller number? What is the smaller number? 3x. So 3x is equal to 3 into 20. Answer is how much? Answer is 60. Answer is 60. So 3:4, 3x and 4x you can denote, and whenever you are adding 30 to any number, it will become 3x plus 30, and if you are adding 30 to 4x, it will become 4x plus 30, and the resultant will be how much? It becomes 9:11, right? 9:11 is nothing but 9/11. Ratio is nothing but a fraction, right? Ratio is nothing but a fraction. A is to B can be written as A by B. So whenever you have 3:4, you can write it as 3x and 4x. In the previous sessions also we have discussed about this one, 3x and 4x. If you want more perfect and if you want from the basics, we'll see this one in the ratio topic as well. Okay. So moving on, the answer is 60. 1/5 of the number, 1/5 of any number, let me take the number as x. 1/5 of the number exceeds 1/7 of the number by 18. 1/5 of the number exceeds 1/7 of the number by 18. What is the twice of that number? What is the twice of that number? So 7x minus 5x divided by, what is the LCM? It is 35 is equal to 18. This is 2x is equal to 18 into 35. 2 1s, 2 9s, x is equal to 270 plus 45. It is 270 plus 45, it is 315. What is the twice of that number they are telling? What is the twice of that number? Twice of that number is 630. 1/5 of that number, 1/5 of any number, let the number be x, 1/5 of that number minus 1/7 of that number. If the 1/5 of the number is exceeding 1/7 of the number by 18, then you have to take the LCM and you will get 2x is equal to 18 into 35, x is equal to 270, x is equal to how much you are getting? 35 9s are, so 9 3s are, it is 270, right, because it is in the tens position, 3 is in the tens position. 9 5s are, it is 45, 270 plus 45, it is 315, but 315 double they are asking, 315 into 2, it is 630 is the answer for this question number 19. Question number 20. There are two numbers in the ratio 5:6. If 4 is subtracted from both the numbers, the ratio will become 1:2. What will be the ratio if 5 is added in both the numbers? Okay, let's see. Let me take this as 5x and 6x, right? If you 4 is subtracted means minus 4 I have to write both sides. The ratio will become how much? 1:2. So this is called proportion as well. What is proportion and all, we'll see later. 5x minus 4 by 6x minus 4 is equal to 1/4. This is 10x minus 8 is equal to 6x minus 4. This is 4x is equal to 4x is 8 minus 4, it is 4, x is equal to how much I am getting? X is equal to 1. So 5x will be how much? 5x will be 5 only, 6x will be 6 only. 5:6 is the ratio. What happens when 5 is added to both the numbers? If 5 is added to 5, what happens? 5 plus 5 it is 10. What happens when you add 6 plus 5? 6 plus 5 is 11. So the ratio will become how much? 10:11. It is nothing but 10/11. Okay. So you can see there 5x minus 4 and 6x minus 4, that is equal to 1:2. 5x minus 4 by 6x minus 4 is 1/2. 10x minus 8 is equal to 6x minus 4. So 4x is equal to 4 I am getting. So that I am getting x is equal to 1. So as soon as I get x is equal to 1, that means 5 ratio will be 5 only, 6 ratio will be 6 only. That means if I add 5 plus 5 it will become 10 and 6 plus 5 it will become 11. So what is the answer? 10:11 or 10/11, it is one and the same. So moving on, question number 21. What is the correct expression of 7.323232 in the fractional form? I have told you one shortcut, right? 7.323232, so on. You can write it as 732 minus 7 by, how many numbers are being repeated? 32 is being repeated, right? For one number you have to write 19 and another number you have to write another 9. So 732 minus 7 is 725 by 99 is the correct answer for this question. Okay, 732 minus 7, whatever it is not repeating, you have to just separate that one. You have to take the difference between whatever it is given until where it is started repeating minus whatever it is not repeating by how many number of 9s you have to take? You have to take 2 number of 9s because 2 numbers are being repeated in this question. If 2 numbers are being repeated, you will write 2 9s. If 3 numbers are being repeated, you will write 3 9s in the denominator. So like that, 4 9s means 4 numbers. So 725 by 99 is the solution for this answer for this question. Now what happens when a number when divided by 171 leaves a remainder of 41, by dividing the same number by 19, the remainder will be, I think we have covered these questions 2 or 3 times, right? So what you have to do, you just don't take care of 171, but for doing that, this 171 should be a multiple of 19. Yes, it is anyway. If the question is being constructed, they will give like that only. So 171, you forget about this number, just divide this number with this number. Divide this number with this number. 41 divided by 19, what is the remainder? Now 19 2s is 38. So how much is the remainder? 3 is the remainder. Sorry, 41 divided by 19, 3 should be the answer. Sorry, take this option C as 3. So 41 by 19. So remainder 41 by 19 should be 3.